Ms. Sisterly, I've two separate subjects I want to talk about. One of them is when I was mayor of Miami-Dade, I was approached and said that there may be some issues with the cranes at our port, where I think out of 13 cranes, 10 of them were made in China. And then later found out maybe about 70 to 80% of the cranes in the United States are actually made in China. Now, some of those cranes have, all of those that are made in China, the skin, the bones, okay, are made in China, but in some, the internal workings, the guts. Some of the computer systems and the operating systems may be made in Germany or in some other place, but in some, it's all Chinese made. And I was made aware that there may be some threats with this. I have two things I'm concerned about. Number one, if the CCP decides not to replace with replacement parts or spare parts when they break down, it could hurt our ability to provide commerce, since most of the stuff that we moves through these cranes. Or two, if it's actually a Chinese software reporting back to the CCP so they can track everything that we do, what cargo is flowing through to where, et cetera, et cetera. Have you assessed that situation in the United States?
Yeah, it is a real concern of ours, and I think my head of cyber is going to appear before your committee on the 10th of May. I think you're referring to Zenhua, the port machinery company, 70, 80%, 23 seaports. We have significant concerns about supply chain disruption as well as surveillance. We are working with our partners across the government to help with analysis and what we can do about it. Difficult given the market share piece of this, but I do think it is a significant problem that we need to turn our attention to. I also would just say, Congressman, that this is a piece of the larger issue of Chinese technology encroaching into our national security, and I worry about that from a very strategic perspective. We're actually setting up a counter PRC cyber effort that will be led by a very talented person that we're bringing on through Cyber Talent Management System authorities. But this is things that we absolutely have to get ahead of.